Good morning, friends. Those who are tuning in, those who will be joining live. My name is Kate Mura with GroupTarot.com, and welcome to a forecast for October 2024. I record these every month, and Group Tarot patrons and the Edge magazine patrons get early access and the ability to be in this room while I am recording, and then have time to hang out afterwards. So you might see me letting some people into the room because life happens. And when this message comes across your screen or when you come in for it, is the right time for it. So today a deck that I don't work with a whole lot said, hey, use me and only me, which is also kind of interesting because those of you familiar with my work or my channel know that one of the things I love is to do is to work with multiple decks. And so the fact that this month is feeling really different, yeah, that's just something to be noticed because everything affects the readings, the environment, your state of mind. I did a three-card pull with the Rebel Oracle deck for myself before recording this, so that I could get into a better headspace to be with you all and to make sure that as a reader, my own personal biases and all of the emotional stuff and grief processing that I personally have going on outside of this lovely bubble circle for October's tarot forecast would be for all of us and not just me, which is one of, those things that can be challenging for a reader. So another thing that was different that you saw is 5 cards. We're like, yep, we are the 5 cards for we are the 5 cards for October. So I will let's see what they are, shall we? And the cards that I am putting back on my computer are the ones that I pulled for myself from the Rebel Oracle deck. We'll see how well I keep my sense of humor. But there will definitely be some additional yoga in my life, and maybe yours this October as well. So the path for October, the Two of Cups, finding our loves, drinking deep, being nourished by others and allowing ourselves to nourish others. And I love how their arms are intertwined. I am reminded of one of the wedding hand fasting ceremonies where you link arms like this and toast and drink. I don't remember what culture it's from. I know I have been to a ceremony that had that, And I'm also really loving how, because of how the sun is coming through, we can see the geometric pattern from the back onto onto this card. And so it's it's as if this October, or whenever this video comes across your feed, there is an invitation to allow things from the back of you to also glow forward, to not necessarily hide it or think that you are one thing or the other thing, but that with the right light, it's truly all of you. Like there is a deep sense of integration here, and especially as October is filled with religious holidays, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Samhain, depending on when you celebrate. There, the end of the year and the beginning of a new one for many cultures. There is that sense of reflection of what's going on in in ourselves, but because this path card for our October is the Two of Cups in our relationships with other people, our relationships with place. Um, I am recording this from Turtle Island on Multnomah, Chinook, who are still battling for federal recognition. If you want to help out, or hopefully by the time this video comes across your place, the Chinook people will have successfully gotten their federal recognition back. But, you know, just in case, check out hashtag Chinook Justice and chinookjustice.org to find out. That intertwinedness for October, or whenever this comes across your path, is in the relationships that we have. And flanking our energies is the Fool and the Empress. I am struck by, first, the playfulness of this card, how our Fool is just dancing, dancing, dancing at the precipice. It reminds me of the part in the book Walking to Mercury by Starhawk, where they're up on a cliff dancing in the storm with the winds. This energy feels much calmer than in the book, but that dancing on a cliff's edge near the ocean, carefree, willing to play with danger, willing to trusting that the universe will catch you when you fall, or that if you do fall, you can sit back and relax and heal and take the time that you need. Like, this card is so languid and relaxed, with the bananas in one hand and the pomegranate open in the other. And of course, with cards like the Empress that have gendered names, these energies reside in all bodies, all sex gender combinations. And the Empress very much knows her, there, his world, and both the land, the water, the sun and skies. I mean, their body is literally on and in each of them. And so October is this, with how these three cards are playing with each other for October, there is both this sense of it's almost as if, like, the relationship can be to dance and movement and how we move our bodies. The relationships can be to place, can be to food, can be to rest and relaxation. The I am thinking about how at ecstatic dance jams and contact improv jams, you can be in the dance with yourself, with others, and then when you need to go and sit down and get a drink of water and grab a snack, that you can go and do that on your own body rhythms, um, on your own body rhythms. Our foundation with this September is the Eight of Swords. So, what a fantastic card to have in our foundations. We were stuck, but we will not be anymore. Our relationships, our movements, our willingness to be the fool, our willingness to maybe even start over and begin that cycle of the major arcana, the move through the major arcana, um, moving through the majors, like the class that I teach and have up. Should you want that, is a way for this October, or whenever this video comes across your feed, for you to get unstuck. And staying on our current path, we get this Seven of Wands. And so this Seven of Wands really feels like there is a relationship between this Seven of Wands and this Two of Cups of defending your relationships, defending place, defending your right to rest and nourishment and good food, defending your right to be carefree and frivolous. And yeah, the world has a lot going on. There are genocides, there are like huge political rifts, which I personally think are much bigger than the actual personal rift, when we sit back and listen and remember all of the things that we all have in common. In braiding sweetgrass, they Robin Kemmerer, I hope I'm remembering the author's name correctly, the book, definitely, braiding sweetgrass. One of the things that is shared with permission is Potawatomi, Iroquois, one of the indigenous nations' practice of, before any large gathering, before any large governing council, they start off with what some folk would call like a gratitude practice, but really what it is more of is an acknowledgement of all of the things that we share and all of the things that we have in common. We all need and rely on the air to breathe. Thank you, air, for serving and helping everyone here. We all need plants and trees to filter that air that we breathe. Thank you, trees, for being the lungs that we all share. I think that's it. That it's more about all of the things that we all share. Read Braiding Sweetgrass. It is a phenomenal book. I highly recommend. And see if you agree with my memory. So how they look together. A little hard to tell here because of the sun dappling effect for me being outside here, listening to see if there is anything else? Back to the relationship between the Two of Cups and the Seven of Swords. There also may be uh, an invitation this month to defend the fact that we are all interdependent, that we humans, green bloods, other than humans, elements, land, water, mountains, cliff precipices, the sun, like we need each other. We are all interdependent systems, and all of the different ways marketing, capitalism, isms work to separate us are in many ways superficial, because we are all connected. And sometimes we are standing or dancing alone, and sometimes we are with another person, or um, just dancing with place and fruit and food and land and cliffs. But if you find yourself being or feeling stuck, the more we can sink into our relationships, movement, and rest, the more nourished we will be. Have a beautiful day, friends, and I will see you in my next video.